An anonymous letter arrives.
There's a traitor among us.
I shoved the door open, and what I saw in front of me made me freeze. Gino was standing by the couch. Beside him was Mira, their hands tightly intertwined.
Gino, Mira, what are you doing?
Mira looked at me, her eyes flickering, as if she were trying to come up with a believable explanation.
Rumi, just hear me out.
It's not what you think. I spun around and hurried straight toward my room. But the moment I shoved my bedroom door open, I stopped dead in my tracks.
What? What is going on here?
The whole room looked like it had been torn apart by a raging storm. Clothes had been yanked out of the closet and thrown all over the floor. On the bed, my favorite leather jacket had been mercilessly cut to pieces.
Who went into my room?
I immediately ran to my study. Inside, papers were scattered across the floor. My desk was wrecked. The songs I had spent months writing had been ripped apart, and some of the pages were even singed. I collapsed to my knees on the floor.
Who did these things?
Just then, footsteps sounded at the door. Bobby appeared.
Rumi, what's wrong? Are you okay?
No. I need to find out who betrayed me.
All right, leave this case to Detective Bobby.
Huh?
Bobby called a meeting in the living room, and everyone was there. They looked bewildered, not yet understanding what was happening.
Gino, you're the one who betrayed her. It wasn't me. Let me explain. Mira was the one who deliberately tried to seduce me.
Oh, did I?
I was sitting on the couch, waiting for Rumi to come back. Then out of nowhere, Mira walked over, grabbed my hand. She even acted all clingy. I pulled my hand back, but she kept holding on.
Mira's eyes widened.
You talk like I'm crazy about you.
Bobby continued tracking down the clues.
Then where did this lipstick mark come from, Gino? Lipstick mark?
Bobby studied each person, searching for the owner of the lipstick mark, and then he stopped at Mira.
The lipstick color matches. Are you two having an affair? Second witness, please give your statement.
I wasn't trying to seduce anyone. I was in the kitchen cooking. I was holding a chili pepper. I carelessly rubbed my eye, and it burned so badly I couldn't even open it. I panicked, so I grabbed Gino's hand and just wanted him to blow on my eye to help. As for the lipstick mark, I must have accidentally left it there when I wasn't being careful.
The atmosphere in the room started heating up like oil in a pan. I looked from face to face, trying to figure out who was lying.
Look here. There's a fingerprint on this jacket. This fingerprint is a perfect match for Zoe. Zoe, you're the traitor, aren't you?
No, it wasn't me. I know this is going to sound hard to believe, but a praying mantis got into Rumi's room. It looked sly and moved incredibly fast. It was the one that cut Rumi's jacket while it was hanging up. When I arrived, it jumped into the wardrobe. That's why my fingerprints were on the jacket, and why the wardrobe was such a mess. You're saying a praying mantis cut up my leather jacket? Maybe it had skills? Look, I've caught it! Everyone has a reason, so who is the real traitor?
Isn't there still one place left to check?
Bobby took me back into the study once more. He slowly examined the desk and the burned scraps of paper.
Rumi, look. A silver hair.
In this house, Celine is the only one with silver hair.
The moment everyone saw the strand of hair in Bobby's hand, all eyes in the room immediately turned to her.
Explain yourself.
Celine opened her mouth, but strangely, only a hoarse, broken sound came out. She touched her throat, grimaced, tried to speak again, but still no words came. The whole atmosphere shifted in an instant. Every suspicion turned toward Celine like spear points. I looked at her, my thoughts completely tangled. Everyone kept pressing Celine backward until she was nearly against the wall.
Say something. Can't speak? Or don't dare to?
Celine only shook her head, her eyes full of panic. There was a strange smile flickering at the corners of Bobby's lips.
Mira, Zoe, stop!
Gino stepped closer to Bobby.
What were you laughing at, Bobby? I'm only happy because we found the culprit. What's in your coat pocket?
Bobby tried to dodge it, but it was too late. Gino had already caught him. A purple strand of hair was sticking out of his coat pocket. Gino reached in and pulled it out. The whole room went silent. Gino kept pulling out more tiny effigies. They were dolls of Huntrix, Gino, and Celine. Bobby was angry and quietly walked away.
Now it's your turn to explain.
That's right, I did it. I rubbed chili into the eyes of Mira's doll, so she'd panic and rush over to cling to Gino. The lipstick stain on his shirt was part of my setup too. That praying mantis, I released it into your room myself. Just to lure Zoe into chasing after it and making herself look suspicious. Those songs, I tore them up. Those half-burned manuscript pages, I burned them. And Celine's silver hair. I plucked it on purpose and left it in the room. so you would turn on each other. I only gave things a little push, and yet every one of you started looking at each other like enemies. That's funny.
I stared at him, my whole body shaking with anger.
Why? Why did you do that?
Why don't you ask yourselves? Huntrix, Jinu, Celine, you always look like one big happy family, and I was just an outsider. It was sickening to watch.
Bobby, what made you change like this? Is someone behind this? Pulling your strings? You're not this kind of person. Say something, Bobby.
I wanted to ruin everything for you. Being around all of you, I always felt alone.
If you refuse to repent, then get out of our house.
All of us joined forces and drove Bobby out the door. The door slammed shut right in front of him. I stood behind the glass, breathing hard, my hands still trembling. Bobby slowly lifted his head, his hands clenched. Then his body began to convulse. Bobby lifted his head, his eyes turning vicious. The corners of his mouth stretched into a sinister smile. I knew this wasn't over yet.
It has only just begun.
Celine took me into a training camp. Every day, I lived under the organization's ruthless discipline. Eventually, I became an exceptional spy.
Rumi, this is the first mission the organization is assigning you.
Understood.
The organization suspects that Area 51 is hiding something that must not exist. And someone is covering it up with an entire system!
Rumi, infiltrate the place, uncover the truth, and come back safely.
I arrived there posing as a biomedical staffer. My escort spoke coldly.
Stay close to me. You'll handle daytime health screenings. At night, shh, don't go anywhere on your own. And your boss here.
Hello, I'm Rumi.
I'm Jinu. Here, you only need to do your job. And remember this well. The last room at the end of the hallway,
You are absolutely not allowed to step inside.
Understood.
In the days that followed, I did my daytime duties exactly as instructed. But my eyes were always observing, memorizing every corner of the place.
Stop! This area is off limits.
I took the wrong road, sorry.
At night, I returned to my true role, a spy. That final room was always sealed, always guarded. When the sentries changed shifts, I seized the moment and slipped inside. What I saw was horrifying. Countless creatures surrounded a tank filled with pale blue liquid. Inside the tank, something that looked human. It was absurd. This was the military secret I had come to find.
Area 51 was secretly researching the hybridization of humans and aliens.
I stepped closer and quietly stole the USB drive holding their data. I backed away. But I accidentally struck a small object under my foot. Every set of eyes snapped toward me. Red lights ignited. Sirens screamed. I bolted out, sprinting forward, desperate to find a way out. But the aliens were too fast. They seized me. Claws drove deep into my flesh. I kicked hard into his hand. He dropped. In the distance, a UFO surged in. And an entire force rushed toward me.
No way! There are too many of them!
And then a violent gust slammed through. A helicopter. A side door flew open. A hand reached out.
get up here, now!
I scrambled up the rope ladder. Then one of the aliens grabbed it too and started climbing. Jinyu caught my hand, yanked me into the cabin. I was temporarily safe.
Why did you help me?
I just did.
He pulled something from his pocket. A badge.
The organization's insignia. You're also?
I am.
Rumi, you're hurt. Go back and report to the organization. I'll handle the rest.
No. What are you gonna do next?
I have to go back. I realize the one in the tank is Abby, a close partner of mine.
I have to return and save him.
He placed a hand on my shoulder.
Take care.
I returned and reported to the organization,
This is the proof.
and they decided to launch a full-scale strike to wipe it out. Before we deployed, I swore to myself.
Jinu, I will save you.
Apparently, life wasn't about to cut us any slack, and right after that, Schmon.
An over 100-year-old shipwreck has just been discovered deep beneath the ocean.
Experts suspect it may be connected to the Titanic.
Let's go! Let's go see the Titanic with our own eyes!
All right. Zoe, get the diving gear ready. I'll check the oxygen tanks. Just the three of us?
Since we're already out at sea,
Why not give it a shot? Maybe we'll even find some treasure.
And just like that, we began a dangerous dive. We swam past the coral reef, sunlight falling in thin streaks. The deeper we went, the darker it got. Then, the ship appeared, enormous and worn with age. I eagerly swam into the wreck. The corridor was pitch black, sea dust floating like ash. Mira and Zoe split up to look for treasure. At that moment, I saw the shadow of a man at the far end of the ship's cabin. I followed him. When I reached the ship's deck, he suddenly disappeared, as if he had never existed. Right beside me, I picked up a small box. I opened it, a strange light flared up, and memories instantly flooded my mind. 100 years ago, I was a passenger on the Titanic. I happened to meet a young man.
Oh, hello.
Good evening. I brought you something. Hello, beautiful lady. My name is Jinu. May I have the honor of a dance?
I'd be delighted.
It seemed that he and I were very close. I could see us laughing together beneath the sunset, and he even held me in his arms on the ship's deck.
When we get back, I'll propose to you.
Then, the accident happened. The ship struck a massive iceberg. It broke apart, sank little by little, and the crowd shoved their way toward the lifeboats.
Children, women, and the elderly first onto the lifeboats. Men stay behind.
Jinu! Jinu! Where are you? I'm here.
Come on, I'll get you out of here.
In the chaos, the ship sank completely, and we drifted on the open sea.
Even if I die, I'll stay by your side.
Terrified, I clung to him. He leaned down and kissed my lips softly. He pulled me onto a wooden plank floating on the water, holding my hand tightly so I wouldn't slip off. The next morning, rescuers found me barely alive.
Help me! Help!
But he stayed behind forever, with the ship and the ocean. Tears streamed down my face. At the same time, my mask warned that I was out of oxygen. I panicked and tried to swim up, but my body grew heavier. Darkness closed in. Then someone grabbed me from below, an arm pulling me upward. I don't know how long it was, but when I woke up, there was no one around me.
Rumi! Go!
I'm glad I found you.
Are you okay?
Where is that man?
You got water in your brain, Rumi. There was nobody here. But I saw them, didn't I?
I went back to the city. I didn't tell anyone, but I was certain that man had saved me.
Perfect.
That day, at the exhibition, I spotted a familiar figure from behind. It was him. It had to be him.
Hello. Haven't we met before?
The man turned around, his face exactly like the one in my memories from a past life.
This is the first time we've met, but I've known you for a very long time.
And then, boom, another shocking twist happened almost instantly.
Wow. Really?
The moment my skin changed color on stage, I understood. I had turned into a demon in the eyes of tens of thousands of people.
The comeback schedule was like a crushing machine. We practiced until our feet bled, slept 3 hours a day. One morning, the manager handed me a blue bottle of supplements.
Strength-boosting vitamins. A lot of people inside are using it. Very good. Take it every day to stay strong on tour.
I heard vitamins, heard good, heard stay strong, and didn't ask more. I drank it like drinking faith. After 7 days, my body heated up from the inside. But I thought it was because of the schedule, since Mira and Zoe were as tired as I was. On the night of the stadium tour, the sea of people lit up like thousands of stars. Lights exploded. The fans shouted our names. I stepped to the center of the stage. The beat dropped. I raised my hand, and at that exact moment, the fire under my skin burst. My skin from the wrist turned fiery red, with twisting lines like veins being pulled backward. They spread fast, running up my arm, then crawling across my collarbone. I stood there, under the lights, unable to hide it. Then screams.
Rumi turned into a demon.
My muscles trembled violently, my vision blurred, breathing sharp. Zoe stepped in, covering me with choreography. Mira overlapped my lines.
Are you all right?
Her hand holding my shoulder so I wouldn't fall.
I can't breathe.
In the eyes of the fans, I was no longer human. Backstage was chaos. The doctor examined me, flipped the bottle, frowned.
This isn't normal vitamins. Very high niacin dose, causing a strong flush reaction. She's too exhausted, her body can't handle it.
Zoe burst into tears. Mira froze. I looked at the manager. He stood like his soul had left him.
Why was this medicine in your hands?
Mira asked.
I got it at Seja Boys' off-fan event last week. I went alone, without reporting to the company. They said this was an internal test product for idols. They said Rumi needed strength for the tour. It was SAJA. I believed them.
The whole room froze. My heart staggered.
Saja boys? What about Jinu? Could he have betrayed our promise?
That night, when the vein marks on my arm were still red, I messaged Jinu. We need to meet. He came to the small cafe by the Iron Bridge, wearing a cap covering half his face.
That medicine wasn't given by me.
Jinu said, his voice trembling.
We were being controlled.
I froze. Jinu spoke softly.
The SAJA off-fan last week wasn't a normal off-fan at all.
I waited in silence.
The entire meeting was a plan by a force behind us. They controlled us. We were forced to find a way to give that medicine to your manager. The only goal was for you to drink it.
In that moment, I heard something like a voice in my head. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't stop.
He bit his lip.
I'm scared. If I keep meeting you, while I'm not in control, I might hurt you.
For now, don't meet me anymore.
That sentence was like a blade. Not because Jinu walked away, but because I saw real helplessness in his eyes. Jinu stood up first. Walked away quickly. I sat there with a cold cup of coffee, my heart hot and cold tangled together. I returned to the dorm near midnight. Mira and Zoe waited in the living room, not asking me anything. When I finished telling everything, both were silent for a long time.
So that means I'm not allowed to dream about Saja anymore. Forget it. Forget Abby's six-pack and Romance's poetic hair.
Mira looked at the faded red marks on my arm.
The audience saw you turn into a demon. But actually, what was being controlled were the people behind the lights, not you.
Zoe held my hand.
The audience is afraid because they don't understand. Tomorrow, let them understand.
I understood. The moment I became a demon wasn't the end, but the beginning of a battle I never thought I'd have to face. And even if Jinu is trapped in the dark, I will find a way to pull him back.
I thought it was finished. But it isn't yet.
RUMI! Mira betrayed us!
Zoe threw that sentence at me like a ticking time bomb. I hadn't even finished chewing my mochi when my phone was shoved straight into my face. In that blurry but far too clear photo,
I'm so glad we came here tonight.
Me too, this is perfect.
Mira was kissing Abby, a member of Saja Boys, right in a dark alley. No staff, no lighting, no camera setup, just the two of them, and a moment that looked exactly like a secret date. The picture came with a caption. Kissing at 1 a.m. Is something happening inside Huntrix? My heart tightened. Zoe was shaking with anger.
Did you know, RUMI? Did you know beforehand?
I didn't know anything, I answered, feeling my chest burn like someone had poured acid inside. We had promised not to hide anything important from each other. But Mira was kissing a famous male idol, and it had leaked like a scandal. If it wasn't love, then what was it? Zoe didn't wait a single second. She rushed straight off to find Mira, and I ran after her without even thinking. Mira was removing her wrist wrap after practice, calm as if it were just another normal day, until Zoe slammed the phone onto the table.
Mira, are you in love with Abby? And hiding it from us?
Mira froze. Her eyes widened, truly startled. But at that moment, Zoe and I both believed it was the reaction of someone who had just been caught.
No, I'm not in love with anyone. Then what is this picture?
Zoe shouted, her voice nearly breaking. I looked at Mira. She was trembling for real. At the very least, you should have told us, I said quietly. Mira bit her lips so hard it bled.
I can't say it, I can't. Not yet.
Those words were like pouring oil onto a fire. Zoe immediately turned and walked out, so angry she couldn't even look at Mira. The practice room door slammed shut. Mira stood there, her shoulders stiff, tears falling before she could wipe them.
I just needed one more day. Just one day.
Her voice was so small it dissolved into the air. But at that moment, we were too hurt to understand. That night, 9 p.m., Mira's solo MV officially premiered. Zoe and I sat next to each other, neither of us saying a word. Part of it was anger. Part of it was fear that the MV would confirm the thing that hurt us the most. Mira appeared in the role of someone being pushed to the edge. Abby entered the frame in a tense scene, and right after that, the kissing scene appeared. The same kiss from the photo we saw. Zoe's mouth fell open. I was stunned as well. Oh my god, Zoe whispered.
So, we really misunderstood.
It wasn't a lover's kiss. It was a scene. A scene filmed at 1 a.m. to avoid fans gathering. And the paparazzi had taken the photo at the exact moment before the lights for the scene were turned on, making it look like a secret date. Right then, Mira was standing at the door. No makeup, no battle costume. Just Mira, who had cried until her eyes were swollen.
I wanted to tell you.
But the company forced me to keep absolute silence. If I leaked even one word, the whole project would be delayed. I was scared you two would be angry, but I wasn't allowed to explain anything.
Zoe stepped forward and hugged Mira tightly. I'm sorry. I thought you betrayed us.
I'm sorry too. I'm more afraid of losing you two than anything else.
I wrapped my arms around both of them, my voice cracking as I tried to joke to lift the heaviness.
Hey, next time you have a kissing scene, please warn us so we won't stand there looking like fish out of water.
Zoe burst out laughing. Mira laughed through her tears. In that moment, I realized it wasn't the photo that hurt us. It was the silence between the things we couldn't say. Mira's MV climbed the trending charts. The scandal was cleared up. And we, Huntrix, stood together once again, stronger than before.
But wait, there's more!
Hello, I'm RUMI. That day, Huntrix was performing at a large outdoor event. The night breeze was cool, the lights were bright, and fans were cheering everywhere. Mira, Zoe, and I had just bowed when something shot toward me. A sharp pain ran down my arm. I looked down. Blood splattered everywhere. My left arm was pierced through. Fans screamed in panic.
There's a sniper!
Mira rushed to hold me. Zoe shouted for security.
Security!
The stage turned chaotic, people running in all directions. I was taken to the hospital. Even with painkillers already injected, my heart kept pounding from fear. The police came to take my statement. They said,
The sniper vanished like thin air, leaving absolutely no trace.
Every night, I woke up drenched in cold sweat. 2 weeks later, a video analyst said, in the 4K livestream footage, when he zoomed in and slowed it down, at 1/25 of a second, the stage lights were blocked by something on a distant building. Very faint, but straight and dark in shape. I asked,
What is it?
It could be a gun barrel, but we're not certain.
The police reconstructed the light trajectory. The result pointed to a row of 4 high-rise apartments. They checked each balcony, each rooftop. I asked the investigator, Are you sure it's within these 4 units? He sighed.
All we can confirm is that the shooter stood somewhere within this range.
Finally, in a door gap on the 46th floor balcony, they found an extremely tiny polymer dust particle, the kind used to coat sniper rifle grips. The investigator said,
The shooter wiped everything clean, but didn't expect that polymer dust can't be completely removed.
From there, they compared the building's entry logs, elevator cameras, habitual motions, and filtered out one name. A professional mercenary sniper who had operated overseas. He was arrested after 48 hours of surveillance. And the reason? He confessed directly.
Company X hired me. Huntrix needed to be eliminated.
I sat silently when I heard that. It was a deliberate scheme. They thought that removing one member would make Huntrix collapse.
But they were wrong. This only made Huntrix stronger. To protect each other and to protect justice.
Thank you so much for watching my vlog. Love you so much.